Okay, Ruthless fans, this is kind of a follow-up video from a comment on my video regarding season 4 filming and the fact that, well, there's only a couple comments on the video, but at least I know, and I'm glad I know, that I'm not the only one who felt or feels this way about the show, and that how long is it really gonna go, just due to the fact that when is the story going to end? Or I guess the better question is, when exactly is the story of the compound going to line up to the continuity of the Oval? Because it's still so far behind. And the show, if I remember correctly, next week, next Thursday, is when season 3 starts. So I will, try my best to not wait like 2 weeks to get the videos out. I know it's 3 episodes at once. I'll try to get them all up by the end of that weekend. So, the comment I wanted to talk about is Maralena Sanchez. Hopefully I said it right. In my opinion, Tyler is dragging out Ruthless like he did with If Loving You Is Wrong, when the season was about Alex's baby being kidnapped by her parents, then just dragged it out till the end. Well, I don't know. I think Ruthless is doing even way longer than that. I do agree it should not have been linked to the Oval because the timelines aren't lined up, and you're right. When will Ruthless end? Because I thought, what if the highest is killed and Ruth is put in charge of the compound? But I can see that going 2 ways. Either let everyone go free or run the Rakadushis differently, more like peace and love about the brainwashing, punishment trailers and whatnot. It was something I thought of, but kind of sounds far-fetched. But I'm excited for new seasons of all of his shows. By the way, since his contract with Viacom is almost up, do you know if he's signing a new deal or signing with another media conglomerate? Thank you for the videos. Well, yeah, it's interesting because, yeah, his contract is up, but I'm literally trying to figure out what Tyler's move is going to be. It wouldn't surprise me if he renegotiates a different contract. I feel like Viacom, look, say what you will about the shows, and you know me, my whole thing is to give my 2 cents on the shows themselves, but Tyler Perry has brought the numbers. I know there are some shows that are higher rated than others, but that aside, quality aside, repetitive dialogue, blah, 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 Tyler Perry has like reignited BET and so many other networks because of the numbers alone. I mean, I know for myself personally, I haven't watched BET Plus regularly since the days of like 106 and Parks. So that just alone tells you that people say, oh, it's the Tyler Perry network. And I get it. But aside from maybe a couple of shows, like Being Mary Jane, or what was the cheerleading one? I forgot what it was. Or Hit the Floor, I think. There have been no shows to really bring people to the network, in the masses, like a Sisters or The Oval. And I feel like if there is a new contract, it's definitely going to be even bigger than the last one. But to be honest, I mean, how big can it get in regards to what Tyler can and can't do? Because like he said, one of the main reasons he went to Viacom instead of staying at OWN is that Viacom gave him a bigger, playground to make more content. It's like OWN was so small, but Tyler Perry could produce so much. But here at Viacom, it's not just one network, it's so many. Tyler Perry is able to expand and put out as much content as he wants when he wants. So unless he just decides, you know what, forget Viacom, I'm just doing my own network, I feel like he's probably going to stay with Viacom. No doubt his Netflix deals and whatnot are something completely different, so he's probably still going to be doing that as well. But more to the point of the Ruthless series, sorry about the segue there. But I remember saying something like that myself, when River introduced the idea of Ruth becoming the wife of the highest. I'm like, oh, I wonder if this will be like what Tyler was saying. You know what, you love power too much. It's like when we were dealing with a pimp, you were like his number one bitch, and you look down on everyone else. Kind of like Candace when I think about it. But basically, that's Ruth in a nutshell. It's like, oh yeah, I want to leave because it's crazy here. I want to get my child. And then River's like, yeah, we got money, so yeah, we're going to leave with money too. But it's like, I feel like the more she gets closer to the top of the ranking of the Rakadushi, the more she's probably not going to leave. And I think she said in the promo to River, Daikon and the highest need to die if they are to escape, because if they escape, it doesn't matter because they know these two will try to track them down to the ends of the earth. But it's, again, timeline, because we know that in season 4 of The Oval, Nancy's going to go to the compound, so it's still going to be standing. I was hoping Ruth would be in charge, because if you watch the Shang-Chi, or is it Shang-Chi, Marvel movie, Shang-Chi, in The Legend of the Ten Rings, you know, his father was the ruler of the Ten Rings organization, and he wanted his son to take it over, and he didn't want it. And then at the end of the movie, when the father dies, which I feel like was a dumb decision by the writers, his daughter, aka Shang-Chi's sister, was, you know, left in charge of the Ten Rings to dismantle it, but she decided to make it her own, you know, obviously change a few things, like, for one, put women in the organization, not just all men. And I feel like that's an interesting dynamic where if Ruth ran the compound, shit would be different, but in a good way. Like, I'm not saying there wouldn't be consequences for transgressions and whatnot, breaking the rules, but I feel like it would be a lot less crazy than it is now, or lethal than it is now. But then you got a few things like the cartel and whatnot. It's like the highest is a fraud, but, you know, if Ruth gets a taste of power, you know, intermingling with the cartels and whatnot, the money laundering, I would love to see that. I mean, that would be a cool ending for the series if Ruth decides not to leave after all. Maybe, you know, Barry gets his daughter back, but then Ruth decides to give her life to the cult, because it's just a farce, but at the same time, it's all about that money, 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 money. I'm not saying Ruth needs to die. I'm not saying we need like a spinoff of her, you know, doing the cartel stuff. But it would be an interesting ending to show that not everybody can escape that life, where, you know, I feel like if Tyler really wanted to come up with a interesting conclusion or moral lesson about the Ruthless series, is that, you know, there are false prophets and whatnot, but as it says in the Bible, the love of money, you know, for the love of money, OJs, that would be pretty crazy if Ruth's journey is climbing the ranks. So like I said in my video, I think it really would have helped if the Ruthless series wasn't so intertwined with the Oval as a spinoff, because I really think seeing Ruth on top, really showing that you need to be ruthless and cutthroat to make it in this world, and go for what's yours, kind of what Kyle was telling Sam in this recent episode of The Oval. It's interesting to me. I really do think that it's an interesting concept that we can have Ruth, you know, in charge of everything, kill the highest or whatever, because he's just a, you know, a false prophet anyway. So what do you think? Do you think that the show should take the direction where Ruth is in charge, maybe even end with that being the case, Ruth being in charge? Because to actually just ended with the compound being dismantled doesn't really work for me. I think that Ruth should start her own, I don't even want to say cult, but her own organization. That would be pretty cool. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Hit the thumbs up button to show you like the video. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description below. Hit subscribe and hit that bell icon and select all. That way you don't miss out whenever I post content on the channel.